So the Switch Online is getting a brand new system.
It sure is, and a long-rumored one at that.
Yeah, everybody wanted this before even the Game Boy Advance. Like, this was the thing that everybody was onto. They're like, dude, I don't give a shit about the N64 and that old trash on the SNES. I don't care about that No Banunga's Ambition or any of that crap. I just want to play Pokemon Coliseum. Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, soon, you're going to get your shot. And you're not going to have to pay $200 for a little tiny CD.
Coliseum? I thought it was just XD.
No, they showed both Coliseum and XD in that little thing at the end.
Cool.
But we're only getting 3 games at the start, and that's Wind Waker, GX, F-Zero GX, and the third one that I'm forgetting, and I'm scrolling
Wind
through,
Waker?
Soul Calibur.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah.
That'll be fun to play exactly one time against somebody.
It's funny that they showed so much of Wind Waker, just given that people were kind of expecting maybe we would see Wind Waker or Twilight Princess make their way to the Switch 2.
Yeah, this deconfirms us getting ports of those, which, you know what, I'm happy about, because the value of my Wii U discs will be retained. So when this happened, Meatball sent me, good, that means that the prices of GameCube games are going to come down. I got news for you, buddy. That's not how this works. That's not how this ever has worked.
It's not,
It's not going to budge $1 because of this.
Yeah, it's, if anything, if any price is to be affected by this, it's the price of Wind Waker HD Wii U. Might go up
probably.
Honestly. You know, I think it's cool. I think it's cool this is coming. I also think it's like cool. The Wii U gets to have something.
Yeah.
You know? Like everything.
Well, it'll always have Color Splash.
And Nintendo
that ain't coming
Land.
off.
Nintendo Land
Nintendo
can't
Land.
work on anything else.
Exactly. Nintendo Land, Color Splash, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess HD. You know, the 4 horsemen of the Wii U. Game and Wario, that's not coming off.
That's true.
We got some stuff.
There's a reason to own a Wii U.
Yeah. Right there. Game and Wario. That's the reason.
Man. Yeah, I think GameCube's kind of cool.
I'm probably not going to replay Wind Waker, but I am going to give F-Zero GX a try for sure.
Okay. Yeah,
because I've never really played it for more than like 5 minutes.
I wonder how these are going to run a little bit.
I'm sure they'll run really well.
You think so?
I'm bet it'll be basically perfect because Dolphin has been around for like 20 years and it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, they can do it.
I sure hope so.
I did catch that they are gonna have save states for GameCube games, which is significantly more complex than having them for any other system they've had so far.
That's true. It's like I am not a Switch 1 expansion pass subscriber, and I'll tell you, at least at the start, this is still not enough to get me to pay more money.
Well, what if they add, you know, when you gotta imagine a more mature version of this lineup where there's like 15 to 20 GameCube games on here.
Yeah.
At the start with only 3. Yeah, if they bring Doshin, like, you're there.
Put Doshin on there, you might get me to subscribe.
I've
never
like a
played
bunch
the
of
GameCube version.
The thing is with the 3 games that it's starting with, I'm not that interested in. Like, I've played Wind Waker in my life. I don't need to play it again. I got it back there. Shit, it's on my TV.
I think Wind Waker's really fun to replay.
Okay, I'm sure, but I just don't want to do it.
It's just so... what I love about Wind Waker is when the night is coming to a close and you're on the open ocean and the sun, right before it peaks over the horizon, there's just this kind of like lavender gray that covers the sky and the ocean, and it just kind of blends into one for a little bit. I love just like climbing those random ass towers in the middle of the ocean. I love fighting the enemies and using the grappling hook to literally steal all of their shit and then kill them.
Fun. That is fun. It's a good game.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's just the dungeons are kind of lackluster and there's not enough of them. And, you know, the whole like fetch quest at the end is people don't really like that.
Overblown. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, same. It never bothered me, really. I didn't care.
You're looking at a guy that, like, whenever somebody complains about some, like, sort of arbitrary shit in a first-party Nintendo game, I'm like, dude, I've That's not even, like, compared to some shit I've had to deal with in some fucking games. That's nothing. That is fucking... Like, everybody in every review of the Thousand Year Door always complains about a quest at the end of the game that is a joke. It is a gag quest. And it's to find one character, and they're like, oh, I saw him in this town. And then you go there, and they say, oh, I saw him in another town. And they send you on a wild goose chase, and you end up back where you started, and that's where you find him. Oh. That's the gag. Everybody complains about it, and then I finally get to that part of the game, and the whole thing is like 10 to 15 minutes. It's not that fucking bad. It's so bad that in the remake, they actually addressed it, and they made warp points in a row to each town.
Don't do that.
That's how...
That's why I don't trust them to remake these games, man.
That's how they fixed it in the fucking Switch version. And it's like, it wasn't even that bad to begin with.
Yeah.
So anyway, the games they showed that are not a part of it at the start, because they're only getting 3 at the start, and I'm really not that interested in those 3. But I am extraordinarily interested in almost all the ones they showed at the end. Yeah. And like the little slideshow going by, they showed Mario Sunshine, which we can already play on the 3D All-Stars if you snagged that.
Those are going up in price.
What?
I said
those are like $100 price. It's like $100 now. So if you didn't get it, then you're screwed. But if you have it like me, then you can already play it. This is another way to play it.
We have
Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance, never played this one. One of the rare Fire Emblem games I've never played.
Actually, this is a really good get, because this is any game with reaction time I'm hesitant to emulate on NSO.
Yeah.
This would be a great one.
Yeah. And then Pokemon XD, which curiously they showed before Coliseum, but they are both in the thing. Just Coliseum was
It's the more popular game.
It shouldn't be. It sucks a lot more. But
people always talk about that one just because the box art's so good.
Yeah, the box art is legend. It's amazing. Like XD, like this is the fucking edgelord game for edgy teenagers. It looks cool. It looks like it should be cooler. Yeah. They showed Mario Strikers. They showed Luigi's Mansion. Of course, Luigi's Mansion is just a must. It has to.
That's the best Mario Strikers. I've also never played Luigi's Mansion.
It's a good romp. It's like 4 or 5 hours. It's fun. Yeah. I've played through it probably like 3 or 4 times in my life.
You gonna get the controller for this thing?
Yes, I get all the controllers. I have the NES one within arm's reach for some reason.
Oh, nice.
It's just on my desk. Yeah, I mean, I get all the controllers. I love that's the whole reason I'm excited for this is the controller.
It's gonna be it's the first time we'll be able to buy one in that form factor in years.
A wireless Bluetooth GameCube controller? Are you shitting me?
The Wavebird?
It's gonna be $80, but I don't care. I'll pay it.
Is it really?
I'll pay I mean, they haven't announced it, but that's what it's gonna be. I guarantee.
I'll be honest. I do want one.
I want one too. Like the N64 one's cool. I have that.
Does it feel as quality as a regular N64?
Oh, they all feel perfect. They all feel as they should. Okay, I am such a fucking mark for these controllers. I even bought the Sega Genesis one.
That's awesome.
That thing's $50 for a fucking Sega Genesis controller.
Nice.
That's how I played through, because my Phantasy Star videos, the 4 mainline entries, I played through all 4 of them on the Switch.
Oh, nice.
I actually own the 3 Genesis ones now, so I could have, like, if I did that again now, I could play them on the Genesis, but I only had 2 and 3 then. I didn't have 4. But now I have 4. I found a really good deal at a game store. For some reason, it was marked 30% off, and I'm like, well, I can't pass that up.
You can't.
Like, 30% off a game that's like $150, that's a significant discount.
Yeah.
So, like, I had to get it. So, yeah, like, I used the Sega Genesis controller Switch Online to play through the Phantasy Star games on that. They showed Chibi Robo, a game that I've never played. But I will when it's on this.
We predicted Chibi Robo for Smash, so.
I'm surprised he's not there.
Yeah, honestly.
He's kind of like a cult Nintendo character. People are into him.
He's Tomodachi adjacent.
Yeah, I mean, he was made, the people who made Moon, one of the basically, like, the employees of Moon splintered off and made, like, 3 different studios. One of them is responsible for Chibi Robo.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's got that lineage. And then the last one they showed was Pokemon Coliseum.
I need to give Chibi Robo Whiplash a try, the one for the
one that everybody hates.
Do people hate it?
Apparently, like, one of the worst games ever. Yeah, I'm sure it's...
try it.
I'm sure it's not that bad, but yeah. I own it. Like, I bought it because it was really cheap, but I never played it.
Yeah.
So okay, so the GameCube controller is available the day the Switch 2 comes out.
That's pretty sick.
So like I'm gonna have to be on the fucking internet, like, because these controllers have a notorious habit of just selling out.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
You
like
can't
I'm not
still
the
get
Sega. Nah, sometimes they refresh them like once a year or so, but
okay.
Yeah. So like if you miss your chance, there will probably be another one, but it's usually not up for that long.
I might have to try and get some of the existing ones. I wish that they had a dog bone controller, but
the only one that was not hard to get was the Sega Genesis one.
Yeah, no one cares. Yeah,
all the other ones.
It's kind of like every time Analog comes out with a new system, people have trouble getting it. Except they didn't with the Master System.
Wait, they made an Analog Master System?
They made an Analog Genesis, my bad, but it played Master System games too.
Okay, I was gonna say, why the fuck would they do Master System and not
Yeah,
Genesis?
but like, the Genesis, like, people just like don't care about Sega.
Yeah, but I like the Genesis.
I do too. I'm just saying people don't care about Sega at large. So it's they don't sell out.
Do you see Hyperkin's making a TurboGrafx console that's apparently the biggest piece of shit in the world?
Doesn't surprise me.
Like, I've seen a GameSack review it. I saw Johnny Graphics review it, who's a guy who has like 6,000 subscribers. He got sent one early. Good for him. Like, good getting him.
Yeah, I want to be sent stuff.
Yeah, same. But like, it's so shitty. Like, it doesn't even... it's not compatible with the CD drive in any way, so you can't play any CD games. B, does not work with EverDrives. You have to use real... What is the market? Who has a collection of TurboGrafx 16 games, but not a TurboGrafx 16?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, first off. Like, you actually need to have the real games? That's stupid. Like, so it's emulation. Apparently the sound is like a full second off. It's just bad. Inconsistent frame rate. They put a fucking, like, smear over the games. It's
That's
awful.
wild that they actually were confident enough to send that out.
They sent it to, like, GameSack. Like, he picks apart everything. If it's, like, a fraction off, like, he'll note on that. The fact, like... and the thing is, he tested out, like, all of his games, and, like, probably, like, a quarter of them, he said, didn't even work.
Jeez.
Which is ridiculous. It was, like, it's just a product that I don't see who it could possibly be for. Anyway, back to, We're not getting TurboGrafx 16 on Switch Online. Maybe next time. Maybe that's coming down the road.
Yeah.
I mean, it was on the Wii Virtual Console, so
yeah, that's true.
You're telling me there's a chance.
The peak of all virtual consoles.
I mean, yeah. Even though the Wii U was fully, you could play all the Wii on the Wii U.
The Wii was just like better for it, man. It just felt different.
Yeah.
The way, like, just the Wii UI worked so well for that.
But
and
now
just
that
the fact that a lot of Wiis were just hooked up to CRTs anyway.
Now that we have GameCube, there's not another system to ask for. There's no more bridges to climb. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like, what are they going to give us now? DS?
Probably.
They could, I suppose, if they actually release a second screen for the thing.
They wouldn't need a second screen.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they wouldn't need it.
Turn it sideways. That's how they did it for the Wii U.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
They just had you turn it sideways and you... Or actually, no. They had multiple ways to play, I think, actually.
But it would like be a weird half measure where like a lot of the games you couldn't even like really play.
Yeah.
So it just wouldn't... it's not as clean. So... You'd have to go outside Nintendo. It would like actually be like TurboGrafx and shit like that. Nobody's excited for that, so they wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So... Anyway, that was Shallow and Pedantic. Like and subscribe, everybody. Thank you.
Subscribe. Shallow and
subscribe.
Well, Lois, since you asked, I find this meatloaf rather shallow and pedantic.